A former Fort Smith native is turning the worst homes in Texas Hill Country into real estate gold.
That's right, and Rebecca is joining us now to give all the details on the brand new show premiering this weekend, The Mother Flip. Rebecca, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I was so excited to kick off this weekend paying homage to my roots. I'm from Fort Smith,
Of
born and
course.
raised. And this is such a treat for me to start off this weekend with you guys.
Yeah,
oh my
we
gosh,
love
well,
it.
we're super honored. So what can viewers expect from this show?
You know, I'm so thankful for A&E because it's not just your average cookie cutter show. We had to do 10 homes over 5 months, which was a lot. And we started in July and we finished in December. So we started with extreme temperatures and then we ended with really hot starting off, really cold. But A&E really challenged me as a designer and our whole, Christy and Roy, all of us to have different homes. And so every single week you're going to see something completely different.
Yeah.
I love that.
And you just mentioned Christy. You got to do this show with Christy. Tell us how you got connected with her.
Well, I moved to Wimberley in July of 2020, and I actually spent the next few months coming back to Fort Smith. My dad fell, had to remodel his house so he could stay in it. And then in November 2020, came back home and to my, new home in Wimberley and met Christy. She was walking up the hill. I live on the top of the hill. She lives on the bottom of the hill. And so we just met. She was walking up the hill with her dog. We met and we started walking every day throughout the hill country and just started flipping homes.
Wow.
I love
What
that.
a
I love
story.
that story. So without giving too much away, I'm teasing too much, but you flipped an unlisted Austin home in the premiere episode, right? Can you kind of talk about
Yes.
maybe what's the secret to finding those hidden gem properties?
It varies, but it doesn't. So Roy always checks out the bones. Roy Salinas, he's one of our, there's 3 of us. I like to call us the trifecta because we all have our strengths and weaknesses. But when we walk through a home, Christy carries her little clipboard. She's the budget girl. And then I have these grand ideas for design. And then Roy, he checks out the bones of the houses. And so, there's 3 big whammies we try to stay away from: mold, foundation, and if it needs a new roof or HVAC. I guess there's 4 whammies.
Yes.
Those are big whammies.
Those are big whammies to deal with. And that
Yes.
kind of leads to my next question. I know there's a lot of challenges when you're flipping a home. So what was the most daunting part of any of the projects that you worked on, I suppose?
Oh gosh, there were so many. There was a lot of critters because we're here in the hill country, so you're going to see some animals that we did not know were in the homes or under the homes. And actually that house. So we have a critter house. It takes place in San Marcos. It's our 3rd episode. And it was 106 outside. The house
Wow.
was 1,083 square feet.
I thought you were going to say
And
1,083 degrees.
Oh, no. It was 106. It was 1,083 square foot house. There were about 30 crew members crammed in this little tiny room. I think you guys may have seen the clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone had just stolen the HVAC. And we did not know that because I guess, sometimes we go through houses so fast and we're checking out, like I said, those key components, but we don't notice everything. And there were squatters living in it. And then we go to find out, we're like, why is it so hot in here? Well, the HVAC is stolen.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
So many challenges.
Nightmare fuel.
Yes. And critters, I can only imagine.
Right. And I'm
Yes.
curious, how do you kind of balance adding those luxe details, but keeping the flip profitable?
Well, I love Habitat for Humanity Restore. We go there in an episode. We go there several times a week. They have amazing tile, amazing lights, and the discounts are huge because builders and homeowners will donate, if someone's remodeling the stuff they don't want anymore. And
Sure.
so for me, it's always trying to save a buck. Christy's the same way. I have grand ideas, but I know she always says I put this big lucrative bait on a hook.
Yeah.
And then she's always got to reel me back in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we know that we can tune in tomorrow when this
Yay.
premieres on A&E. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate
Thank
your
you,
time.
Rebecca.
Thank you so much for having me. And go Hogs. Oh, by the
Go
way,
Hogs.
I do call the Hogs in an episode and in the shower.
Woo!
And I told our publicity girl from A&E, I said, I'm going to call I call the Hogs in an episode. She's like, what do you mean by that? And I said, oh, they're going to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
we
we
know
are.
what you're talking about,
Yes.
girl. Go Hogs.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Yeah, stay
Thank
with us.
you.